Hey everyone. First thing I want to tell you is thanks for taking the time to tune into this new project that I'm doing. Well, I guess it's not new anymore because we've done quite a few of them with Craig Shapiro, an excellent teacher, author, podcaster in his own right. We're doing this together, and I'd really appreciate you to check some of these out, subscribe, follow, and share. But most importantly, I want to have you give us some suggestions about what you want to hear about, because these small nuggets can create big change in your life. And that's the whole idea of this project. That being said, let's get on to this week's prompt. This week on Small Nuggets, Big Change, the prompt is maximum effort. Now, this is a discussion I've had with my boys quite a few times. This is a discussion I've had with myself quite a few times. You see, oftentimes we ask people to give their best, to do their best, to be the best version of themselves possible. That's a difficult thing on a day-to-day basis. And sometimes when we look at somebody, we don't think they're trying as hard as they can. And so we say they're not trying their best. But what if, just what if, they are giving the best they can in that moment? Now, this gets tricky because really the only person who knows if they're giving their maximum effort is the person putting the effort forth. They have to look at themselves in the mirror, so to speak, or when they go to bed at night, they have to listen to that little voice about whether they tried as hard as they possibly could or gave their maximum effort. And oftentimes, our 100% isn't somebody else's 100%, and we don't necessarily know that. And oftentimes, we can't give 100% of ourselves to something every single day. But if we give our maximum effort, even if that's our 80%, that becomes our 100% for that day. Now, the next day, you got to get right back on it, or whenever you get past what's causing you to only be able to give 80%. Either way, if you've got 80% to give, make sure you're giving 80%, your maximum effort. So when you practice this small nugget, make sure that no matter what it is, you give the very best you can according to what you can do, not according to what your neighbor can do, the person standing next to you can do, or somebody doing the exact same task as you. You can't perform measured by somebody else to improve. You have to perform measured against your maximum effort every single time you want to do something. So there it is. Maximum effort all the time, every day, and you're the only one that knows you can do that. So it's on you. Look, thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it. I can't wait to hear what Craig Shapiro has to say about maximum effort. Thanks again.
Just got back from the gym, feeling good. As I was at the gym, I was thinking to myself, did I give my maximum effort while I was there? It's something I always think about when I'm kind of training and doing other things. And that is the topic of Small Nuggets, Big Change for this week from my good friend, amazing leader, co-host, Dr. Chris Jones. Chris and I are so grateful for you checking out Small Nuggets, Big Change each week. We've been so thrilled with the responses. It's been fabulous. If you get a chance, please subscribe to our podcast. Mine is Cutting the Crap with Shap, and Chris's is Seeing to Lead. So on to the maximum effort. As I said, I was at the gym training, and I'm a competitive powerlifter, and I was thinking about the effort I gave. And while it was very good, I don't think it was necessarily a maximum effort, because I really save them for like when I compete. And as for that topic, maximum effort, I think where I struggle with it is it's more along the lines of, are we pleased with our effort? Because it's impossible to give a maximum effort in every single thing that we do all the time. It's just not possible. We might want that to happen, but it's not a feasible option. Instead, we should be thinking about, am I really happy with the effort I gave? Am I happy with how consistent I've been? So when I'm going to the gym or most other things, I'm generally consistent in the effort I'm giving. It's usually a very high effort. Sometimes it's a max effort, but for the most part, it's something that I can be proud of. And that's kind of the message that I want to give to everybody when we talk about maximum effort. I kind of look at it like this way. First of all, Are you proud of the effort you're giving most of the time? Again, you're not going to be perfect. None of us are. We're always going to make mistakes. And there's going to be multiple things involved in our lives: stressors, rest, relationships. There's just too many things for us to be bound by doing a maximum effort all the time. We want to shoot for that. We just have to realize that it's not always possible. Next, sometimes the things that we're really aiming for aren't really embedded in our DNA. If your heart's not in it, it's going to be very hard to give a maximal effort. You're going to try, but it's going to be difficult. I think that's just something to really think about. I guess lastly, what I would say is when we think about giving maximum effort, we also need to think about the people around us and if they can help us. Because I know when I'm training, I always have people helping me, and we need that as a support. So that's my take on maximum effort. I really appreciate your support. I know Chris does as well. As we always say, keep subscribing to our channel. Keep asking questions. Keep supporting all the great things that we're doing. We'd love to hear your feedback. Give us a suggestion. Have a great day. You are awesome.
Hey everyone, Doc Jones here with a wrap up to maximum effort. I just listened to Craig Shapiro give his take on maximum effort, and boy, wasn't that meaningful. Because he starts out by saying, look, this is a difficult topic. And I just want to acknowledge that. This is really difficult because we can't expect to give every single ounce of ourselves to every single thing we do every day, all the time. It's just not possible. Which is the importance of maximum effort. If we're doing the best we can each day, and this is another part Craig brings up, on a consistent basis, well, that's how we improve. We improve by putting in as much effort as we possibly can to improve and get better each day. And one of the things that Craig brings up that I really want to highlight is the idea of pride. Are you proud of how you did? When you really look at yourself and reflect on yourself, can you really say, I did the absolute best that I can possibly do? If you can answer that, yes, there you go. Move on, pack it away, feel good about it, and know that you're improving, or you've improved as much as you can for that day on the journey to a bigger goal. I really liked how Craig brought up the idea of pride, how you feel about it. And the thing that really stuck with me is there's something in the way. And if there's something in the way keeping you from doing that, well, then you have to figure out what that is and you have to address it. And one of the important points of that is the idea that maybe it's because you're not passionate about what you're doing anymore. Maybe it's time to examine if you really want to do that, or examine if you do really want to do that, what's the way around what's blocking you? Are you putting your effort into the right areas to make sure you can continue to improve each day? Like we said, that is a tough topic. So I loved hearing what Craig had to say. I'd love for you to really think about maximum effort, because if you do that, then you won't get bogged down in that whole idea of perfectionism, because there's no such thing. And we know that, and that is just a bad path to go down. So this small nugget to help you with big change is that you need to be able to put in the best you possibly can each time you do it, so that you feel good and proud about the work and effort you're putting forth. And if you aren't, figure out why and adjust that. So again, thanks so much for the support. Look, I really encourage you to share this show out and even give us some topics that you want us to discuss or have some comments on. So feel free to comment, hit that subscribe. It's really how we grow this project and keep it going. Check out our shows, Cutting the Crap with Shap. Mine is Seen to Lead. That said, you have a great day. Go do the maximum effort that you can to get ahead as much as possible, because you are awesome.